Is the snow game myth real for fantasy or BS? Have you ever wondered if snow games really change the game for fantasy football running backs? Well, let's break it down. When snow falls during a game, it can have a big impact on how teams play. Passing games often struggle in snowy conditions. This is due to reduced passing efficiency and tricky ball handling. As a result, teams tend to relying more on their running game. This shift leads to more rushing attempts and opportunities for running backs. Statistically speaking, games played in snow show an increase in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. In fact, when snow is falling at kickoff, running backs score more fantasy points. On average, rushing yards per game can rise from about 114 to 127 yards. Rushing touchdowns often outnumber passing touchdowns in these conditions. This weather change also benefits running backs in the passing game. Teams may use short passes to running backs as an extension of their run game. This means more targets for running backs, which can boost their overall fantasy value. On the other hand, quarterbacks and wide receivers typically see their fantasy production decline during snow games. The tougher passing conditions make it harder for them to perform well. So, what does this mean for fantasy football managers? When making weekly lineup decisions, running backs in snow-affected games generally gain value. Players like Saquon Barkley or Kyren Williams, who contribute both in rushing and receiving, are solid options in these situations. Meanwhile, players who relying heavily on passing may not be as reliable. This weather impact is something to keep in mind for in-season management. It becomes especially important during playoff weeks or critical matchups when snow is forecasted. Keeping an eye on weather conditions can help you make better decisions about your lineup. In essence, the snow game myth is real. Snow games do change team strategies and player usage patterns. They boost the fantasy value of running backs while lowering that of passing-focused players. So, monitor those weather forecasts closely and adjust your running back starts to maximize your scoring potential.